Hey guys, Ultimate Deadpool here, and I'm back with another video. This is one of those prop videos. So 5 of which are characters you have seen before. The other ones are all brand new characters that we will be introducing today. So each of these characters will be used in at least one video. Or a series of videos. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into things. Before we do get started, I would definitely recommend watching this video to the end. What we're going to do is we're going to do the upgraded characters first, and then go into the newer characters. So just watch this video to the end, because there are going to be some questions that I need answers to. And usually you guys are pretty good about commenting suggestions or answers to the questions. So without further ado, let's jump right into things. Alright, so for our first guy, we got Metalhead. Now, this character has gone through some major changes in the last since the last time you guys saw him. For one, his head has been repainted. He has a new belt on. He's got the same weapons belt that Part 6 Jason had. Complete with 2 guns. So as soon as I can get his arm up. That's the only problem with adding Lego parts onto Mega Block parts, is the joints don't actually work right half the time. These arms are perfect examples. This one's just very stiff, mostly because it's a new arm. Once it's been in there for about a month to a month and a half, it'll loosen itself up again and should work just fine. But I decided to go ahead and use this arm versus having the standard Lego minifigure arm that was in there before. Mostly because since he is basically a cyborg, or like a cybernetic being, I wanted to give it that robot, old style cartoonish robot look. And this just didn't cut it. This was Metalhead's original arm, and it works for a while, but it's supposed to be a cyborg, so I figure have a cybernetic or robotic arm. So he does have 2 guns on his belt, and then the 2 knives on the front of his belt. His head, which you can't really tell anymore, has been done in the liquid chrome stuff. His legs and feet and his arm has also been had that happen, but again, you can't really tell anymore because of how many times this head was touched when repainting it. So the eye hole is still there, so that's not something you can easily fill in. So he can still get something stuck in his eye, which is basically becoming a running joke for Metalhead. Now you're probably wondering, what's this other head for? At some point, and again, this is entirely up to you guys. It does not have to be done, but I am thinking about turning this head into this head, and giving it a good old switcheroo. And then, like, whenever Metalhead receives massive injuries to his face, like if he has something get wedged in his eye, then I will switch out the heads. But this one's more, and I will admit this about the Lego Ninja Turtle minifigure line: I do not like the 2012 show, which is what this is based off of. But they do make a solid head mold. It's a lot more plasticky than what this is. This is just basically a rubber head, or like a plasticky rubber, and that's why it's super loose. And you would not believe how many times that falls off in the middle of shoots. Basically what it'll do is it can act as a donor head. So I literally just picked this up today just for that reason. So if I don't use this for Metalhead, I'll probably find something else to do it for. I do have to cut part of his bandana off, because unfortunately with this Michael Bay's Ninja Turtle shell, It does not let the head move. I've already tried some trial tests with it, and it does work, but that there's like hardly any head movement, especially when he's trying to look to the right. So he can look to the left just fine, but when you start to try to go to the right, you have to literally force it through. So his bandana does need a little bit of shaving off, but that's easy compared to what has been done to the entire character. So I do have a lot of questions about this character all the time on my comments, and also on Google Hangouts. A lot of people are always asking me these questions. I will do a Q&A stream specifically for him. Maybe not tomorrow, but most likely Sunday. Because a lot of you guys really want to know more about the Metalhead character, and what he's capable of and everything else like that. So at some point that will happen, but it's one of those things that it just takes time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and go on to the next character. Now here's Cyber Michelangelo, and he basically just has that liquid chrome stuff all over him. Anywhere you can see that silver, that's actually very shiny because he is perfectly chromed out. It's just the metal on his body. His feet have it, his arms have it, his head has it. You guys can definitely see that gash in the chest. That's going to be filled in and redone. I don't know what happened with it. I think that was something I did in the original Metalhead, or the original Turtles movie. And it never got fixed. So I'm going to fix it at some point. I was going to try to put like an arc reactor thing there, but it won't work right. And I really don't want to damage these characters any more than I need to. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Michelangelo, or Cyber Michelangelo, just has a chrome finish. That's basically it. So on to the next guy. Next up is Cyber Raphael. Same scenario. He's got chrome all over his body, all over his legs, arms, back, head. There are a couple upgrades to him. Nothing severe. It's actually more damaging than anything. But I did a canceled video, and I was able to put Captain America's shield in his chest. It doesn't stick for very long, but you can put knives and other swords and stuff in there. So that's why that big slash is there. That's actually been there. It's just kind of gotten a little bit deeper, and most likely it'll end up getting filled in and painted over, so that way it's not, why hasn't that healed yet type stuff. And the Cyber Turtles don't actually heal correctly because they are machines. Or basically, cyborgs, like they're organic machines. So, again, I will do a more detailed video explaining the Cyber Turtle origins and everything else, so that way when the movie comes out, hopefully everybody will like, okay, this makes more sense, now I know what I'm getting into, type stuff. So, the bands on all of the Cyber Turtles need to be redone on the arms. They're all supposed to be black or brown. I can't remember what the color is supposed to be. But they will all end up being black or brown. And they all need it. So that's not a big issue. But anyway, on to the next character. Same song, different phrase. Cyber Donatello has a bunch of chrome all over his body. He too has to have his knee or elbow and wrist bands painted over, and that's basically it. On to the next character. So nothing has changed about Cyber Leonardo, mostly because I can't chrome the entire character. There's too many problems that can go with that. So mostly because he is just a straight up metal body. And his swords do kind of make up for it. But I would love to just go ahead and do the full chrome on this character as well. But unfortunately, I can't do that. I could. It just wouldn't look right. So he's just going to stay dull metal, which is fine. Unless you guys absolutely want him chromed, then I will do my best to chrome him. But with everybody else, it works because there's certain highlights and there's still some skin showing. On this character, there is absolutely no skin left. It has all been replaced with machinery. So he's kind of like his skin is still gone, but everything inside is still organic, like his heart, his brain, his eyes, stuff like that. But the outside of him is still replaced with metal. So, but yeah, his swords do kind of make up for the dullness of the actual character. And it's going to look a little silly when they're on camera and everybody else is nice and shiny and he's not. But you know what? I can honestly live with that. So on to the new figures. Alright, so this is a character that I built at the store. Because I do have bins that you can build your own characters. And before anybody says anything, yes, I wore gloves before doing it, so that way I didn't get this stupid COVID-19 bullshit, or had a chance of getting it. I absolutely think that all of this is all crap, but that's just me. So I don't know where the head and body came from, or who they came off of. So if any of you guys know where these pieces came from, I would love to know. Where those are from or who they came off of. And then he just has black legs just to go with the rest of his look. And then he's also got some printing on his back and head. That's about it. So if any of you guys know where these two pieces came from, I would love to know, because this is just such a cool character, and at some point I would love to get the entire completed character. I don't know who it is. And I would love to find out whose these pieces are, or what the character's name is at least. So you guys are usually pretty good about doing that. So I will be reading comments and seeing if any of you guys tell me who he is. So just say the first custom or the first new character. If you do in the comments, just say character number 1 is such and such, then I'll know what you're talking about. So on to the next character. So this is another one of the Build-A-Figures. This is obviously not the correct body for this head. I do know that for a fact. But this is going to be one of the aliens in the Wolverine Deadpool versus an alien invasion thing. So I realize his hands don't match his head. That will change at some point. And I do know I need a lot more aliens before I'm able to do that series. I'm going to need like freaking 20 at least. And I have like 4 or 5 right now. So that's going to be fun. Trying to find or make all of those. I can't guarantee that all the aliens are going to look the same. So if you guys see any xenomorphs or predators or anything other than what these traditional alien things look like, that's why. It's just because I got lazy. So I'll try not to do that. I'll try to find as many of these things as I can get, and hopefully have a decent series to go along with it. So on to the next character. Alright, so this next character I've had for a while. I just felt like adding him to the video. So I think this is definitely another one of the Alien Invader type characters. I think this is one of the cybernetic ones, just because of the eye, the arm, and the chest plate. I do not know if these are the same legs that are supposed to go with this actual figure. I'm sure you guys are going to let me know down in the comment section below. So I don't know if these are actually the same legs that go with this figure. This was one of the ones that I built at Bricks and Minifigs quite a while ago. But I do know that this is one disgusting looking alien. So slight spoiler alert: the brain can come off of the head. So this is definitely going to be one of the aliens in the Deadpool Wolverine Alien Invasion video or series. So yeah, that's about it. Alright, so I actually have two different versions of this character, so we're going to go ahead and get them done at the same time. I've had this one for a while. I know those are the wrong pants. These are just black pants. And then though this one has the regular, I think they were called Space Conquerors or something. He does have a laser cannon. And if the sword looks familiar, that is the same sword that Gravity Man has. So, for those of you who did not know that, Gravity Man has the same sword as an alien. So, hint, hint, wink, wink. They will meet at some point in a future video, and that is maybe a reason or a way that Gravity Man will acquire his blue energy sword. So, he's probably not going to use it a whole lot in the Gravity Man movie, but it is there. It's definitely there. So these two definitely will fight at some point. So let's call this one Glorgle, and that's it. So Gravity Man will fight Glorgle at some point to get the sword. Okay, now sticking with aliens, I have no idea what the hell this thing is. It's an unidentified Lego figure. That was bad. I have seen this headpiece in the, I think it was a Lego Justice League Legion of Doom movie or whatever. This was Martian Manhunter's Martian head. And if I remember correctly in that, they took the arms of the actual minifigure and put it up here. I tried that. It don't work. So, I don't know if this thing is supposed to have arms up here or not. Or if you take off these arms and they have special ones that look just like this that go up there. I don't know what the hell this is from. This one does need a couple of touch-ups before it enters the Deadpool Wolverine invasion thing. I don't know if the eyes on this are supposed to look like that. It looks a little weird, so I'm probably going to fix that or change that. Shouldn't be nothing. It shouldn't be anything too serious. Worst case scenario, they'll either go all orange, or the black parts on there will just be filled in to make really giant pupils. But I seriously have no idea what these two pegs are for. So you guys are also very good about figuring this stuff out. So please, somebody tell me what the hell are these pegs for? Because I've tried putting these arms up here and it does not work. So if there's some piece that I'm missing, or if there's a certain type of part that I need, please let me know, because I really don't want to try to cut those pegs off and ruin the character. So on to the next figure. Okay, so here's another custom character. Now he doesn't actually have he didn't have guns when I made the figure. The guns were added later. This is going to be a new streamlined character. He's going to have a different face because I do not like the Star Wars Clone War heads. They tried to create the show's look in the face, and it does not look right. So at some point, this character is going to get a new face. But the hair is going to stay the same, the shirt's going to stay the same, and the pants are going to stay the same. Which is actually cool, because I never noticed, or this is honestly like one of the first or only times I've built a figure at Bricks and Minifigs and they've had dual molded legs. The only other characters that I know of that have had that are Jackhammer, and I think some Frankenstein character. So yeah, only two other times have I found dual molded legs at Bricks and Minifigures. Build a figure bins. So it's pretty cool to find. And these are actually really cool legs too. I don't know who they're from or what they go to, but I do like the look of them. So that is why they are on this character. So he's got an Indiana Jones body. I know that. He's got I think that's Palpatine's head. Well, no. It looks like more like an Anakin Skywalker head. I don't know whose head it is, but I know it's from Star Wars. It may actually end up being a clone. I do not remember who. And yes, I see the mark on the face. That may be a tooth mark. I don't know what it is. It's gross, whatever it is. So that is another major reason why his head is not going to stay there. But then the hairpiece, I do like the black slick back hair like this. This character already has a name. And this character's name is Jack Wilson. He is going to be an Australian guy. Not to be racist, I am part Australian, so I can easily pull out an Australian voice. So it's not that hard to do, but that's more British than anything. Crap. Crikey! I could still pull off an Australian voice. If he does not have an Australian voice, it's because I can't find or come up with a good one. But hopefully he'll be like an Australian nature boy or something like that, nature dude. Either that or he's going to be like an Australian badass or something like that. I don't know. But if he does not have an Australian accent, it's because I can't find the right one. So, I could easily use my Steve Irwin voice, but I don't want to make fun of Steve Irwin because I loved Steve Irwin. He was awesome. So I'm actually in the middle of trying to make a Steve Irwin, literally just for a video. Not to joke about it, but just to, I guess you could say poke humor at it, but not in a mean way. So, more of a comedy type way. So, if he does not have an Australian accent, then he'll just still be, certified badass. He'll probably end up, this body will actually probably end up being Gravity Man's alter ego, just because it looks cool, it works, and this is absolutely something that Gravity Man, aka Jim Rogers, would wear. So yes, that is Gravity Man's alter ego, is Jim Rogers. I think it was different in the original Gravity Man movie, but if it was, I'm sure you guys will tell me. But so Jim Rogers will probably wear something like this. I actually don't like that name, so I'll come up with. If you guys can come up with a better alter ego for Gravity Man, please let me know. But most likely he will wear this outfit. Just because it does look good, especially when you have the Star-Lord head on. See? Totally works. Okay, I found out a new name for Gravity Man. His new alter ego name is Jack Rogers. I do like the Jack part, and the Roger part is okay, so Gravity Man's new alter ego is Jack Rogers. It still sounds a little weird, but trust me, once you start hearing it more, it does work. So, Jack Rogers will definitely wear this. Or Jack Roger or something like that. His first name is definitely going to be Jack. I just don't know what his last name is going to be. And it's not going to be Ass, because that's just rude. Jack Ass, haha, very funny. But, so yeah. On to the next character. Alright, this is one of those characters that I made just for parts. The legs are probably going to go on, I don't know yet. The arms are going to be used on Jason Voorhees of all characters. And you'll see why when I do my Jason movie, the Friday the 13th movie. Or virtually any video that Jason Voorhees is in, you'll see why I use these arms. No, they're not going to have the bat wings on them, I promise. And I also got this wicked sword. It's one of the more medieval looking ones. It does need a little bit of touch up, but I can Normally, if I saw chrome like this, chrome chips like that, I would pass it up and not use it. But with these, you could literally fix it in like 2 seconds. And bam, just like that, it is fixed. Alright, time for the actual minifigures. This is Bane, obviously. I could not find the giant Bane from the Lego Batman movie. Trust me, I wanted to get that one rather than the small minifigure. But you know what? This is actually a really good thing, because whenever I do start the Ultimate Deadpool TV series or the Ultimate Deadpool TV channel, Batman is probably going to be one of the first characters that get a show, or a weekly show. And Bane is going to be obviously one of the main villains in that show. And since Bane grows with every drop of venom that he gets in his body, or at least in his head, then at some point I would find a Lego Batman movie Bane, and that can stimulate the venom going into his brain or his body or whatever you want to call it. So that totally fits. So this actually works out perfectly, because when Bane's supply of venom gets cut, he shrinks back down to a regular sized dude. So this actually works out really well. And I think the venom apparatus on his back is actually the same on the minifigure as it is on the big figure. And yes, I know he wears a sleeveless coat in the Lego Batman movie. I can easily work around that. But it has virtually the same face, virtually the same design, so it still would work, hopefully. And on to the next character. And while we're on the subject of the Lego Batman movie, we have Caveman Batman. This character came in a plastic ball. They have a table up at Bricks and Mayfigs that just has minifigures in plastic containers that are a spherical shape. For lack of a better term, they're balls. So Caveman Batman has no printing on his back, which does make sense because he is wearing like a cowhide cape. If it is a cape, since he is caveman, he does have dual molded legs, which is awesome. You very rarely get that on these things. And really, really nice printing overall. I love it was like I think it has a cheetah look. It's either cheetah or zebra. No, it's not zebra. It's either cheetah or giraffe printing. Then his cuffs on his arms look really good. I love the look of the club. The club is just awesome. Then there's stitches all over the thing. I like the bat symbol made of rock. You can't really see it. The rock printing on his neck. I guess you could say his necklace. He's got some more stitches around his head. Then his actual face is just kind of, it's Batman, but still. I don't know why Batman would go dress up like a caveman. But this is still a really cool figure, and it's just one more Batman that I have. So, Caveman Batman will probably not be in a whole lot of videos. If he is, he'll probably fight someone who's just as stupid as cavemen were back in, ancient times. So, in other words, he'd probably fight the Hulk. So it'd be like Caveman Batman versus the Hulk, or Cave Batman versus Hulk. So that would actually be a fairly decent fight. At least I think it would be. So on to probably the single most requested figure in Ultimate Deadpool history. You guys have been begging me and begging me and begging me to find or make the Red Hood. And I was lucky enough to find Jason Todd, aka the Red Hood, at Bricks and Minifigs. This is the actual Lego Red Hood. This is not a custom figure at all. This is legitimately 100% Legos Red Hood. And before anybody asks any questions, yes, Red Hood, this version of Red Hood, will appear in the Lego Batman show on Ultimate Deadpool TV. And he's probably not going to show up, unfortunately, until like Season 2, if it is good enough for Season 2, because that's just makes more sense. You don't want to rush all of the good characters in the first season and then waste them all. So even after Jason Todd does die in the Lego Batman show, Jason Todd will obviously come back, the same way he did in the comic books and then in the movie Under the Red Hood. And he will still become the Red Hood. So, speaking of, does freaking Red Hood die again at the end of Under the Red Hood? Because the ending of that, I didn't read the book. I did see the movie. And it seemed like Jason Todd dies again after he tries to make Batman kill him or the Joker. So if any of you guys know out there, did Jason Todd die again? Because it doesn't seem like Batman tries to save him. And they never say that he died, and they never said that he lived. So that's something I do need help with in the comment section below. In my show, he will survive. He will live. But I do have to say this character, for as simple as it is really good in the parts that it needs to be. The torso design is awesome. I love the jacket look. The jacket's actually a lot lighter than I thought it was. I thought it was the same color as the, Caveman Batman, or even slightly darker, like this one here. I thought it was about that dark, or maybe a little bit brighter. But turns out I was wrong. It's a straight up sand tan color. The face printing is awesome. He does have some back printing, and he did come with a gun. I am a gun dummy, so I don't know what kind of gun that actually is. It looks like it almost looks like a pump action pistol, like a pullback pistol, which would make sense because that's like one of Jason Todd's favorite weapons is a pistol, but I don't know what kind of gun it is. But what I do know is this is one awesome figure, and I guarantee you he will appear in a ton of videos. Well, maybe not a ton of videos, but he will appear in a lot of videos. The first one he's going to appear in, I cannot say what it is because it's going to blow a very good surprise, and that is one death battle that will get voted on because this one is literally going to be a very, very close call. Anyway, that's about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did stick around this long, I do appreciate it. And I will see you guys all next time on Ultimate Deadpool. Peace out. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys all later. Bye.